All right, I'm getting ready to walk in to get this testosterone pellet implant done. I don't really know what to expect other than they're gonna put some numbing cream on it, maybe shoot some numbing something in it, and then make a little incision and put something in there. I'm excited to see how this goes as far as like how it works and helps and all that, but hopefully the actual procedure won't be too big of a deal. Let's see. All right, so I am done and it was painless other than the stick of a couple of needles for some numbing. I've got, let's see what I can show you because it's covered. Hold on. I'm not gonna pull it up, but under my pants, you can kind of see it sticking out the top of my pants. Have an ice pack with some gauze over it, and they said just leave the ice pack on so that it will avoid swelling and bruising and stuff. I was like, oh, swelling and bruising, that's nice. So I didn't get to see it because it was on the back of my hip butt area. I don't know how big the incision was or anything, but once I am able to take the gauze off and take all that off, then I will let you guys know. But they put some steri strips over it and said not to get it wet for 24 hours and not to do physical activity like major squats or bending over, stretching out the skin in that area for like 2 days. I will do that and try to keep everything together, and I'll show you what it looks like as soon as I can. All right, I'm home now. It's been a couple hours and I've kept this ice pack thing on my butt and I'm ready to take it off. Hang on, let me unbutton my pants.
Ooh la la.
Let's see. I don't know what's gonna be under here. There's some gauze.
Is that your undies?
No, that's some gauze. All right.
I mean,
you pull it off.
You have to. Oh gosh.
Okay, is it still under?
Uh-huh.
Under like gauze?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's all I can see for right now. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Real. I'm not gonna take the gauze off. I was just taking off the ice pack.
That's what we're working with?
Yep.
Did they let you vlog it in the place?
No, and I didn't ask. I might could have, but it was just, I mean, I don't know how I would have because I was laying down and I would have had to be like, you know. All right, so there's the gauze. I've got this off. It's like hot now anyway, so I could have taken that off a while ago. I'll let you know when I take all the rest of this. It is now 5 days after I had the testosterone implant done, or pellet, or whatever it is. It was done on Wednesday, and today is Monday. The last clip you saw was basically just the gauze, and then I put a waterproof Band-Aid over that because we were at the pool for a couple of days, and I wasn't supposed to get it wet for 24 hours. And then after that, they said you could get it wet if you needed to, but like just try to keep it dry and, you know, let it heal up. And I figure if I'm gonna be soaking in the pool, I might as well just cover it up pretty well. Yesterday before Father's Day, I took the gauze off underneath the Band-Aid and then just put a Band-Aid over it, and this is what it looks like. All right, so the Band-Aids are on there, and it's basically just some steri strips under there, and it looks like this. Not too bad. I think it actually will look not as bad when I take the steri strips off. I think it just looks worse right now because there's dried blood and stuff up under there. But that's it if you were wanting an up close and personal look. So I'm just supposed to leave the steri strips on and just like continue showering and whatever is normal. And they said just they'll start to kind of peel off on their own after about 5 to 7 days, which would be today. If I had showered today and had a Band-Aid not covering them, they might already be peeling off, who knows. But they said let them stay on as long as they can is better. As far as like my experience with the site, it's a little bit tender, but it's not that bad. But other than that, it hasn't really bothered me. As far as my experience with like feeling better possibly, I haven't really noticed anything yet, I don't think. The first couple of days, I felt like maybe I was feeling a little bit better. I don't know if that was just mental because it shouldn't have made me feel better that soon. He said it's usually not until like a week, 7 days when you start to feel better. I did get my progesterone tablets in that I was supposed to start taking the day after or a couple days after I got the implant done. And so I started those that night and I don't know, I just couldn't do it. They made me so sleepy. I could barely stay awake. Like I was taking them at night. By the time it was bedtime on the second night of taking them, I was like, could not hold my eyes open. I didn't feel like I had any energy or any motivation. I felt more emotional. Like I was wanting to cry about everything. Like literally felt like I was pregnant. And I remember when I took progesterone when I was pregnant, granted it was first trimester and you're emotional and tired anyway, but I remember just being like so ready to get off the progesterone because I felt like it made me so tired and so emotional. So I don't know, I'm gonna ask my doctor about it because I'm only supposed to take it on days 12 through 28, and I'm not sure if that means counting day one as day one of like my birth control pill pack, or day one of my period, which is not always day one of the birth control pill pack. So I don't know, I'm gonna ask about that and see if any of y'all have ever taken progesterone to like help with balancing your hormones. Have you found that it actually doesn't help or like makes things worse? I don't know if it's just like the certain time in the month that I started taking it or what, but it just seemed like that was making things worse. So I don't know. Anyways, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep y'all updated. All right, it's the next day. It is Tuesday. I had this done on Wednesday, so it's day 6. And I was just putting my pants on and my steri strips were like just about to come off. And so I like looked up under them and the incision part was exposed. And then the top part is where they were just stuck. I took them off. I'm gonna get Cullen to show you guys the back, but this is what came off. By the way, warning, gross medical tape with blood on it. And I'll show you an up close of this. We had a little bit of a concern when I took it off. Yeah, fancy, huh? So there it is. You can see it's a little bit bruised around it, but it looks like not totally closed to me. Like it just looks a little bit open. I would think that it would be a little bit more closed. Like if you pull it back, it kind of, I don't know. So I was like, oh shoot, was this thing like not closed up? And then on the steri strips, I'll show you, or I'll insert a clip of this, how it's got like some buildup on there of the, like where the incision was. So I don't know if that's just like blood and gunk that built up or why it looks like that. But at first we were both like, oh my gosh, did it like come out? Like, has it just been, it popped out and didn't close up or something? So I don't know. I don't think so. I just went and watched some YouTube videos on like how they're inserted and it looks like they get them pretty far down in there. So I don't think it could have just popped out. So I don't think that's what that is. So hopefully it's good. Steri strips are off. I feel like I should just put a Band-Aid or something over it just to keep something from getting in it, you know? Yeah, like it makes me a little nervous or that I'm going to accidentally like scratch it and pull it open. I don't know.
There ain't no way those things are coming out after seeing that.
Yeah, it was a little intense. I will say that today is the first day that I didn't even like think about taking a nap, but the kids also were, it's back to school today for their first day of summer school. And so a lot of times when they're gone for most of the day, I'm all of a sudden like, yeah, do all the things and get it all done and not as like irritated with them by the time they come home. But I don't know if it was that or I didn't even realize until after dinner, I first got that first feeling of when you just like want to close your eyes that I usually get all throughout the day. And I didn't feel that way today. So I don't know. And I didn't have any caffeine this afternoon.
Oh, and I saw you outside chopping down all the logs.
I did chop down those trees. No, I didn't chop down any trees. But no, actually, I didn't even have any caffeine this afternoon.
Or a headache?
Or a headache. I didn't even think about that. And I'm still ready to go. I'm about to post something for sale on Facebook Trading. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But this is day 6, so hopefully that's what it is. All right, it is now 8 days after I had the procedure done. It is Thursday of the next week and I had it done on a Wednesday. I just wanted to give one final little update before I wrap up this video. Yesterday, I did feel like I was a little bit less anxious and on edge, a little bit less irritable and just like touchy, testy, whatever. I just feel like there generally are some things in the day that make me kind of just feel like tense, and I didn't feel tense. So I was trying to explain it to Cullen and I was like, I don't know exactly how to explain this. I wouldn't say that I was just like relaxed, and it wasn't that kind of difference. It was more of like a physical, I just didn't get as easily irritated, as easily like annoyed and angry, and like the feeling of just like ragey, mad, angry. I was more easy to just kind of have patience and respond a little more calmly to things. Again, like I said about something earlier, I don't know if it happens to be right at the time in my cycle when I'm like feeling okay and not as tense, but generally throughout the whole month, even if it's not like right before I start my period, which is when I was having the most problems with like anger, rage, fear, yeah, anxiety, irritability, all that. Even if it's not that time, it's still like an underlying kind of general anxiousness. I do feel like I have a little bit more mental clarity. I'm also taking some additional supplements that I talked about in my previous video. I'll share those with you in just a second. But I just feel like I have a little bit more motivation. I've been able to stay on top of things a little bit better. Cullen and I are both bad about attributing things just to like, well, it's probably just, you know, whatever. I don't know. It's probably a coincidence. I don't know. It shouldn't be a coincidence. It should be helping. So I hope it is. Also, like I said earlier, the kids have been back in summer school this week and we've been back in a routine. But I feel like even just like things that usually packing lunches is something that I'm just like, oh my gosh, this just takes so much mental energy. I can't even, like, I'll stand at the pantry and just look in the pantry and be like, I don't even know, like, what am I doing right now? Like, how do I pack a lunch? And that sounds really dumb unless you've been in the situation, but just little things like that, I was like, why did I think this was so hard? Like, just put this in there, put that in there, and pick this and that, and then you're good. So I don't know. I feel like I've been able to like process things a little bit better, and I've remembered things a little bit better, I feel like, as far as like, there'll be something, say business-wise, that I will have sent an email and the person will have written me back, and then I'll just totally space on responding. Not saying that doesn't still happen or hasn't happened, but I just feel like I've been more aware and kind of like present. I don't know, who knows? I hope that that's what it is and it's helping, and this is a solution and a treatment that's gonna work. So I'll keep y'all updated as we go. As far as the supplements I'm taking, let me show you real quick what all I'm taking. Okay, so here's the arsenal. I have vitamin K2 with D3. I take one of those in the morning. Pure methylation, which is vitamin B6, folate, vitamin B12, and B2. And I take one of those in the morning. Phytovite, which is basically a multivitamin. It has all these different vitamins in it. I take one of those in the morning and one in the afternoon. This is fish oil. I take one of these in the morning and one in the afternoon because I had just heard that as far as like absorbing them and the other B vitamins that I'm taking, works better if you split it up. I don't know. It seems to help be able to balance out things throughout the day. And then Pure Calm has all these things I can't pronounce in it. Ashwagandha root, skullcap root, Eleuthero root, and rhodiola rosea, something, I don't know. Anyways, I take 2 of those before bed at night because they do make me kind of sleepy. And then, like I said, I do have the progesterone, but I just haven't gone back to taking that because I'm a little bit afraid after how it made me feel last time. So that's the status of how things stand for now, and I will keep y'all posted. I'll give you another update next week on how things are going. Feel free to leave me any comments below if you have been through this or have any suggestions or thoughts or comments or whatever you want to share. I would love to hear it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.